If you're looking at the new dual battery Milwaukee Fuel chainsaw and you know this guy's a torque monster, but you really want it to cut, there is a simple upgrade that you can do to make this thing into more like a professional saw. Now, I want to legally tell you that this is going to create more kickback and give you less safety. So do this at your own risk. However, this saw has a lot of power right out of the box. It's probably not a great beginner saw, 5.8 horsepower, and it comes with an anti-kickback semi-chisel chain. So what we're gonna do is switch over to a full chisel chain, which is going to give us a lot faster cuts, a little bit more precise on that square corner. It's going to take off larger chips, and it should allow us to use all the torque that we have in this saw and really put it forward, because the semi-chisel chain does not push this saw at all. In fact, to get it to go through the wood, you kind of have to push it through the wood a little bit, and that's not safe either. It's just not a great chain to pull the saw down through the wood. Not sure why. It is an Oregon bar and chain. Now, what I need to tell you is it's a 0.325 chain. You have a 0.050 rail on here, so you got to stay with that, and it is 78 drive links. So what I did is I found the same chain in a steel, and I went at this saying, we'll just remove 3 drive links and be good. So it was very simple, went down to my saw shop, and that is exactly what we did. So first, we're going to start out with the full chisel chain. We're going to run through this pine, which isn't ideal, but we'll do that. Then we're going to go on the semi-chisel chain that is stock, and we'll let you see the results for yourself. Fresh 8 amp hour batteries. We are on full power. First cut with the full chisel chain. Wow. Wow. Take a look at that. Look at those chips. Long. It's a totally different saw. Here's the stock chain semi-chisel. Still throwing good chips, but nothing like the other chain. I think the biggest difference that you might see me here is I'm pushing more. It doesn't suck the saw through. I'm having to really push to go. Let's just try this here. I'm gonna use the bucking spikes and try to go through it quicker.
I don't think that's a fair test wherever it comes out, but there's a lot more work there, and this chain just keeps going. The difference is quite amazing. Much smaller chips, as you would expect. Still good, just not the same. Here's a cut if I just let the saw do all the work, and it's just what it is. It just needs some pushing, and you shouldn't have to. A little bit of pressure. That's all the chain. Also see a little bit of smoke coming out here, getting hot just because it's running so long. Great saw, tons of torque, just needs a different chain.
While the full chisel chain that we have here is impressive, the amount of seconds that it takes to make that cut is not as important to me as the comfort factor of having a chain that actually wants to pull the saw through. So you don't have to lean on the saw or push it at all. And I think that's also a safety factor, as you shouldn't have to push a saw through wood. You should just have to let it cut, let it do its thing, and you're gonna get a better cut with the full chisel. And I'm not 100% sure if that's because we went with a steel chain, or if we just got away from an anti-kickback chain that wasn't really pulling its way through. And I'm sure that the steel chains are better than the Oregon chains, but hey, that's an opinion, and we could go out and prove that. You could do this same mod in an Oregon chain, get a full chisel, and you probably will get similar results. The reason I went with the steel chain was because I wanted to compare the full chisel on the MSA 300 to this guy. So we kind of had equal chains in. I think that there's no doubt that this Milwaukee is going to be faster. It's also going to be heavier to a point. So this saw is 20 pounds as it comes with the 8 amp hour batteries. The forged batteries are sweet. They're giving us all the power. I did all this testing on the standard batteries that come with it, the 8s. I've also used 12s on here. I can't tell the difference as far as how it cuts. There probably is slightly, but with that said, the 8s do just great, and the runtime on this saw is amazing. So if you're looking to upgrade, grab this chain from steel, take 3 links out of it, and you are good to go. Your local saw shop will have it, I'm sure. We did this at Ace Hardware. Just as easy for me. There's some very knowledgeable guys over there. They help me out all the time. I appreciate that. If there's any questions you have on this, let me know. There's also another video that we have out where we're kind of comparing this saw to the Steel MSA 300, going through some different cuts, talking about the weight, talking about the amazing runtime that they actually have on this. $899 for this saw. In my opinion, it's a deal. You can go out and use these forged batteries, and the saw is a ripper. I mean, when they say compare it to a 70cc model, I would compare it to a 70cc model. We'll probably do that in a video coming up very, very soon. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give us a like in this video. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.